After all the Ryanair luggage policy changes in the last couple of years, here's what you can take on and how much it's going to cost. So what size luggage is free on Ryanair? Well, included in every ticket price is one small bag. It looks a little bit like this, so it's a small backpack size. This is included at no extra cost. And the crucial thing is it's got to be able to fit under the seat in front of you. So that's about 40 centimetres by 25 by 20 deep. This particular small bag design is incredibly light. It folds down into its own pocket, and for security reasons it has no zips on the outside. They are all designed neatly against your back, so your belongings are totally safe. Which luggage isn't free on Ryanair? If you want to take anything larger than a small bag onto your flight, that needs to be paid for under the new Ryanair luggage policy. If you want to take a larger backpack, and certainly if you want to take a roll-on suitcase which has got a hard case, you will definitely have to pay for that. In fact, anything which is going to go in the overhead locker rather than under the seat in front needs to be paid for now on Ryanair. So what should my carry-on bags actually weigh on Ryanair? Well, funnily, the small bag has no weight limit whatsoever. What Ryanair is presuming here is that if you've managed to carry it to the airport and to the plane, then you will be able to put this on the ground, because that is where this bag is going. It lives on the floor of the plane under the seat in front. The bag that has a weight limit, and it's a 10 kilo weight limit, is your cabin bag, which is going in the overhead locker. On this occasion, this is much more about making sure their staff and also their customers don't strain themselves putting their bags above their heads. So this one is actually much more about your welfare and Ryanair's duty of care to you as a customer and to their staff. What is the maximum size for carry-on luggage on Ryanair? The small bag really has to be able to fit under the seat in front of you. Your feet also have to go somewhere too, and the people who are sitting in your aisle need to be able to safely get past in an emergency. So for that reason, the sizes that Ryanair recommends are 40 centimetres by 25 by 20 deep, and that should make everyone safe but also keep you comfortable during your flight. In terms of the larger cabin bag, you've got 55 centimetres in height by 40 centimetres across by 20 centimetres. And that's the maximum size, especially if you have a hard case suitcase. That is a size that they're likely to be testing at the gate, and that also includes handles and stuff like that, so they tend to be really quite strict when it comes to the harder cases. Softer cases they tend to be much more forgiving about, because they can actually reduce the size of that bag if they need to. In this case, the bag that I'm showing here is the Riot Bag X35. It's within Ryanair's carry-on luggage sizes. It's a laptop bag. It's completely secure because it has no outside zips. In fact, they are all against your back. It also reduces in size if you want to collapse it into a much more usable everyday bag. How much does a large cabin bag actually cost when you're on Ryanair? The prices are going to be somewhere between £6 and £20, but you've got to dig a little bit deeper to get the best prices. So here we are with the option of one small bag only, regular or Flexi Plus. At this point, regular is costing you more than £20 more than your original flight. The small bag should already be included in there, so you're actually paying £20 for one cabin bag and a reserved seat. Do not go for regular or Flexi Plus here. What you want to do is say that you're only travelling with one small bag at this stage, and move on through the booking process, because Ryanair is going to check whether that is definitely the number of bags that you want to take. So you want to wait to be prompted again until it gives you some other options. But look at that one at the top, priority plus 2 cabin bags. All of a sudden it costs £10 rather than £20. So say you're only taking the minimum, and then let Ryanair prompt you again later in the booking process. How strict is Ryanair's luggage policy in practice? The strictness of the policy really comes in for cases which can't be made smaller, so those hard roll-on suitcases. I've often seen those being measured, and if there's a problem with them, if they are beyond the size, they are often taken into the hold. I have actually seen customers who have been asked to pay the difference. In terms of that small bag policy, they really are quite forgiving if your small bag is a little bit larger, as long as it fits under the seat in front. Even though I hated it when Ryanair brought in its new luggage policy, I stick to the size, and it means that I can travel with greater peace of mind. So I make sure my small bag really is within the small bag size, and my main bag really is within those parameters. But again, I've seen people with much larger soft pack backpacks that are allowed on the flight, and it's pretty clear that it's because you can change the shape of those bags. They can be pushed into one corner, some of the contents can be taken out, and you can actually change the shape of the bag, and that's never going to happen with a hard case suitcase. So I think that's where the strictness comes in.